Hello everyone and welcome back to Timber and Stone. Today we are working on a new section of our city here, and a couple things that happened off camera is one, endless waves of goblins, pretty much non-stop, really kind of hampered my progress here. And then I've been working on clearing out this little area here, and this is going to be the kind of military academy area. Now we have one of these back in Freeport, but this one's going to be slightly bigger, as you can probably tell already, and feature just a nice kind of L shape, very similar, you can say, to this, but it has a rounded kind of outer corner here, which is pretty cool. We have also some spots being cleared up here for some more homes, kind of etching away into the mountainside. Pretty normal at this point, but we're pretty much going to hop right into it. I need to try and at least finish this building today. We have a bridge going across here, and eventually the keep will kind of nestle into this valley. So that is something to look forward to as we slowly get there. Right, so let's go ahead and decide on our cornerstones here. And I'm thinking pale brick would be pretty cool to do for our cornerstones. Now, question is, can I actually get it to look halfway decent in one shot here? So that's 1, 2, and then get this one in. I always enjoy kind of building these kind of militaristic things. They add great variation for the town itself. So it's always nice to see. And I think I'm going to add double wide pale brick here. I think that's a good start. Rain. Let's throw in some stone. Still not 100% sure on the overall design. I know I want, of course, some sort of training field, but I just don't know where I want that yet. I'm thinking out to the right here, we can do the infantry kind of area, and then I need to separate the archers, which I might put up here, inside the L shape, and maybe make a small archery range or something. So let's put it on double speed so you guys can see some actual progress being made. Now we're gonna be doing a time skip for sure on this thing. It's quite a large project, and the reason we're kind of not going all the way to this border here is that when enemies spawn, they don't always spawn right on block 1. They spawn sometimes slightly inwards. And so we're going to be wrapping the wall around and going up this way, just to try and minimize the overall threat. So let's grab some flat stone, finish off the road in that direction for the most part. And we'll see how far this gets. Now, after this kind of light militaristic structure, and of course we have our barracks over here, what I want to do is eventually make this into a small fort as well. That way we're just protected on most sides, and hopefully that'll turn out well. Alright, so let's use probably castle brick. Pretty standard for us here. And I don't know where I want the door. I don't know if I want the door on this side here, which we can do. Right here like that. That way there's an entryway on this walkway at least, for once. So that'll be pretty nice. Now I can bring up these walls. quite a process. Quite a process indeed to just build these larger structures. And let's get our pale brick continuing up. Alright. Now, there is a plus side to kind of building near a hillside like this, is that you might need less scaffolding as long as your people can climb the hill and use that as a way to kind of access those areas. So we'll throw a door there. We'll put kind of a more grand of an entryway here, and we'll use umber brick as that piece. And delete. Not quick enough. There we go. Alright, and we can continue bringing up the wall completely. At least for the most part. I have to decide where we want the staircase to be, and it would be pretty cool to have kind of an angled staircase, kind of a curved one. So this might be a good spot. Because this area would be really hard to work in, so I think it would be good to put that there. So we'll do a curved staircase, and we'll use probably timber tiles, fairly standard for us at this point. And then something like this. Now I'm going to have to build some type of light, low wall here, just so it can make a little bit more sense as to how it's kind of forming around here. And it might assist with the overall curved look. And let's go ahead and throw up a major wall here. Looks like we have some spiders in the area. This will be kind of a studying room, you know, for tactics, things like that. This will be kind of the grand entry area. We'll do 5, we'll go over to about there. It's really just about floor plans. If you can get a good floor plan down, you're pretty well off. This might be the mess hall, right connected to the outdoor training area for the infantry. Where's this spider at? Let's see. Nope. I think our builder here will probably take care of it. Spiders. Oh wow, Jenny forgot she had a pike. Bunch of spiders in the area. Yeah, Jenny will just clean and mop that up real quick. Oh my, it's just a spider siege going on right now. It's quite annoying. Oop, Del Thatcher taking a nice clean shot there. Alright, where is this spider? There's some spiders just kind of skirting along the edge. They're just now spawning in, it seems. Bit of a problem there. And what I want to do is eventually set up patrol paths. Because really it's the most efficient way to probably deal with light menaces like this. That way they can be spotted quickly and taken out rather quickly as well. Alright, you're going over here and you're going to take the shot on this spider. Starbuckle with his sword and bow combination here. Oh my goodness, there's so many of these spiders. Alright, that one's dead, and so is that one. Pretty much just having to walk up here. Let's go ahead and just verify. A lot of these are dead. Some of them are hidden, though. A little worrisome. Jenny, go. Take care of it. We can easily dispatch these spiders. Boom, boom. There you go. Cool. Alright, let's see if we can get a large table in here. Well, we can. It actually fits rather nicely. Okay. And we can also put up some castle brick here. And let's go ahead and do something like that. It's a pretty solid shape, I think. It's already becoming nighttime, so I'm going to go ahead and skip to the morning. Progress will be made, of course, through the night, and hopefully, when you guys see it again, there's a little bit more, and then we can continue kind of talking about the overall design and what we're going to plan on doing. Okay, so some major progress has been made so far. Things are looking good for us in the long run right now, and as you can see, the general shape is fairly simple. We got just that L shape going on, and some of the walls are up. You know, I'm adding some more basic flooring to try and break it up. I didn't like using great stone everywhere. I felt like that was a little boring. So we are changing some things around, as you should with builds. You gotta mix up textures, you gotta try and do something at least a little bit different every now and then. Though it has been a few days, as really we're running out of materials to build. I have shifted a lot of people into stonemasons. This structure is a lot of bricks, so it is taking pretty much all of our resources just to get this thing, the outer shell, constructed. And that's really to be expected at this point, and nothing we can really do about that. Now, the roof design is going to be similar to this one in the sense that it's going to go inwards and then have a flat middle section for patrols to walk up of. This little rounded corner here that we were putting the staircase on, I decided to go ahead and make it a full tower. So that'll be something a little bit nice looking. It's kind of the first rounded tower. The fort over here has square towers, so that's something that is slightly different. I'm still flattening the terrain, trying to get the multiple levels here sorted out. It's going to be a lot of terrain sculpting on this side in the long run. You know, I was thinking maybe the lower part should be the archery area, just to try and keep people safe. I don't want stray arrows shooting off from this upper area, but this upper area I can use as a training yard, so that's something to keep in mind. It's going to have these two kind of square courtyards, essentially. So let's see where we are at with things. Construction walls, we need a castle brick layer here, just to try and seal off this roof so there's no gap. Not good to have gaps in certain areas. Pretty simple kind of wooden roof going up there. And I also want to do some scaffolding so people can get up into areas that they actually need to and want to traverse. So there's always a little bit of a problem if if there's a block that's kind of higher in priority and no one can get to it, it kind of slows the whole AI down. They don't really skip it very efficiently. So let's get a castle brick right here, just like that. And then we can bring up the tower walls rather quickly. It's just gonna be a flat tower, so nothing too special. There'll be another separate staircase, probably from the outside, to access the flat roof area. Just because this tower is too narrow to actually do a doorway to an area and then keep going upwards. That also has to do with I'm making a bit of a wider staircase than normal, just to make sure people can traverse it fairly easily. I may have to do something. It's a little floaty in this area. There's really not much I can do about that because I need foot traffic to be able to go underneath of it. Right. I like changing the block here for the A-frame, just so the rest of the wall kind of looks squared off and a little bit more unique. Anyways, that's pretty much the update that I want to give right now. I'm going to go ahead and finish this thing up and hopefully show it off to y'all. Okay guys, so we're back, and this is pretty much the current state of things. It was a bit of a chore to get at least this basic shape done. It still has a whole lot more to work on, but really I think this is about as much as I can do in one day. So I'll just go ahead and go over kind of the main features. The interior is still kind of empty, so keep that in mind. And for you all who skip to the end, this is pretty much just for you guys. That much has changed really since the last little clip. So we have a guard tower, of course. I need to add little windows so it looks a little bit less flat. We have kind of a flat top roof here with some battlements, a little staircase down to the rooftop here that I'll need to change the flat stone out for wood blocks just to keep the theme kind of consistent. I need to add supports on the side of the buildings to make it a little bit more bulky, a little bit more militaristic and things like that. And that's something we're going to be doing here soon and probably in between episodes. Also, I need to work on the training yards that are kind of to the right of the structure. Go ahead and at least tell you what these rooms are going to be on the inside. This room here, this is going to be kind of the main barracks area where all the people will be sleeping and things like that, and also an access point up to the upper kind of archery training area. This room here is going to be kind of like the headmaster's room. This is just a connecting hallway area, so just some decoration and chairs. We have the great hall kind of eating area. This will be kind of the studying area, and then just hallway decorations in and around through there, maybe some storage like armory, things like that. And I think that's gonna do us for this episode. So if you guys enjoyed the episode, feel free to subscribe to my channel for more creative goodness. Go ahead and hit that like button, leave a comment down below on what you guys think. It is a little rough around the edges in my opinion, so I'm sure some of you might have some things to say. And yeah, until then, I'll see you all in the next episode.